What is up in the stratosphere wrestling podcast stuff?
Stratus? What?
It wasn't doesn't pop up for me right away anymore like it used to.
Yeah, they changed the app. It's a little different.
Gay. It's very hetero.
It's very gay.
It's very hetero. No, it's very homosexual of them to do that. They pop up right away, douche.
Yeah.
Oh God, come on! I don't want to see this. There you go.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I don't want to see.
I don't want to see that either. I saw plenty of that.
Yeah, none of that.
None of that.
We're good.
We're good.
I didn't really watch the shows this week, but we can talk about them.
You watched more than I did.
Yeah, for the most part. Except some things I found out after the fact. I'm like, oh, fuck. I was just about to watch the Seth Rollins thing, and then...
Oh, what the hell? I hit the button to not have my screensaver go on. You saw me do that, right? Like, I just moved it?
I don't even know.
Alright, mic on?
Yeah.
Looking forward to Braun Strowman whooping Brock Lesnar's ass if it ever happens. I'm convinced Brock Lesnar is going to defend the WWE Universal title in UFC at this point. He's not going to
I think there's more of a chance that he'll bring the belt to the UFC.
Okay, so you know how I always tell, before we start recording, you know how I always tell you, Charlie, every time I see Charlie was at the wedding yesterday, he always sells me on some crazy, way over the top theory that's going to happen. So his new theory is that Lesnar's going to go fight in UFC, and Braun Strowman's going to cash in the octagon.
He's an idiot.
And I fucking bought in because he was just like, you know how Charlie talks?
Yeah,
he's like, yo, bro, it's going to be so fucking awesome. And I'm just
gonna fucking do it, you know? You get so into it, you're like, yeah, he probably will, you know?
CM Punk will be watching in the front row, and he'll just be like,
yeah, John Jones will just be like, you know. Fuck, it's so stupid.
But he totally sold me on that. I was dying.
You're a fool, my friend.
Making a debut of the new mug.
Narcissistic.
Oh,
RJ, cold medicine in here.
Cold medicine? I hope that's not that leak. I don't know what that is.
I don't think Middle East Dewey stuff tastes like cough syrup. It's like cough syrup in here. Very odd. Alright, anyway. Let's keep going.
I have a candle lit. I set the mood.
I
don't know what it is, though.
Yeah, very, candy-like around here.
I can't read it. Whatever. I burn them to make them go away.
Yes.
Because I have, a million of them. Alright, let's just come to it.
Oh, boy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Wretched Wrestling Podcast, episode 92.
92? Really? Is it 92?
92.
Oh, my God.
Last week was the JT episode, don't you remember?
Oh, that's right, yeah. And then 8 more until our 100th episode.
We should
Can you believe that?
We should do 99 episodes and then never come back.
Quit. Just fucking
hype it up hype it up every week on Twitter that we're gonna finally do it and just not do it.
But a WWE superstar, an ex-WWE superstar who just got released is gonna be on this show for episode 100. Nobody's never released it because
we can never get against it. Welcome back, guys.
What's up, folks? Out there in Periscope podcast. And Facebook land and
here,
iTunes land and Spotify land and
there,
and SoundCloud land and
everywhere.
WWP, baby.
There was definitely an extra word letter in there somewhere.
There was definitely a Kurt Angle
WWP.
Yeah, the WWE Championship.
Remember Victor Kozlov? He got double E.
I loved Victor Kozlov.
He was the man. What was that tag team he was in that was really unexpectedly good?
Oh,
was it Santino?
I think it was Santino.
So stupid.
I think
it might have been Santino.
It was so stupid. Though.
Welcome back to WWP. We're here to discuss the aftermath of WWE Money in the Bank 2018.
And by this point, it's almost like 24 hours. I mean, like a fucking week since
24 hours. Yeah,
yeah.
That's the You're off to a very good start.
Nah.
Well,
I'm a little rusty.
Yeah. Well, why
we only do it once a week, so I can't be too rusty.
Yeah, we do it we did it last week too. So I don't know what your excuse is. So
facetious.
That doesn't apply at all.
Really?
No.
I thought that was what it meant, though.
No.
Oh.
A
dictionary or some sort.
Yeah. I think that
something.
All right, so I guess we'll start talking about Money in the Bank, right?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So we're gonna quickly go through Money in the Bank. Give us our quick thoughts on the WWE Network special. Hello from New Zealand.
Hello,
Periscope. Gus, what's up, Gus? Thanks for joining us.
Gus from New Zealand.
So, I didn't catch this match. I don't believe Fred caught it either. The pre-show, the Bludgeon Brothers.
Why did you just assume that I didn't watch it?
Did you watch it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Or you just assume it? Like, you think
Deborah, you know, me and your husband, we go way back.
Really?
No.
Oh. Okay, then.
So, yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers beat the club. I didn't see it. I don't have any comments on it other than that was the right team to win. The club is, you know, I'm intrigued by a potential face turn. They're already faces, but you know what I mean, like a face run of them, see what they can do. But I'm kind of not really invested in them right now, so I don't really give a shit. What about you?
Well, I guess the Bludgeon Brothers are okay. I just always wish that...
I was talking about the club, but yeah.
Oh, well, the club, yeah, well. They're a two-man club, so it's not really popular.
Fuck yeah,
like another number. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it, honestly.
Yeah, me neither.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, let's just jump right into the card. So the show opened up with Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass, and there's a lot to talk about since...
Hey, Ember Moon 18, are you the real Ember Moon?
It's her first day on Periscope.
If so, you eclipse everyone. You see what I like? That was like her. The eclipse is her finishing move, and
yeah,
and like I put it like she's better than everyone, you know.
Oh,
you know, so they eclipse her. Yeah, I know you think it's funny because you're not laughing.
Yeah, you know my sense of humor. Where I just I don't. You know,
you look mad and angry. That's when you think everything's the funniest, and when you laugh, you're like, "Fuck," you know.
Yeah, I'm just like I get uncomfortable when I laugh. Like when I'm laughing, it's because I'm like so uncomfortable.
Yeah, like you don't like happy emotions, you know.
No.
Like anything that makes you giggle and tickle inside, like it's not to your fancy, so it's all good.
Touch my finger there a little bit. I don't know what that was all about.
Touch fingers.
Anyway, so Money in the Bank opened up with Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass.
Whatever.
Fred's getting some feedback on his joke telling.
Thank you for
abilities.
The feedback. But you know what, sir? I'm a good joke teller. You know, Craig laughs all the time at me. So.
Yeah, Fred's amazing.
Thank you, Craig.
Anyway,
I love you, dude.
Daniel Bryan.
Dude, no, seriously.
I'm just gonna talk this direction. So Daniel
Bryan
fought Big Cass in a...
Well, another time, I guess I'll...
yeah, no, sure, we can talk about that later.
Okay.
So, what did you think of this match? I actually wanted to... It's funny, because we've been shitting on Big Cass for the last, three weeks?
Yeah.
And, in fact, last week I said... I don't know about you guys, but I'm so fucking done with Big Cass. And apparently WWE is also done with Big Cass because he got the boot.
Yeah.
2 days after Money in the Bank, and he is no longer in WWE.
Yeah, so that's been like the big news, and I think you believe that Big Cass. I mean, you thought that Big Cass was going to beat Daniel Bryan.
I did.
And,
I did.
I was like, I don't know, man, but this is very surprising. It's very surprising.
Yeah, no, it caught me off guard. I was not expecting that.
I can't believe it because we usually. Not to brag, but I mean, I think we do pretty good at hyping on going on
future
to people
stars,
that are future stars or people that are going to be over, and we completely missed the mark on this one, man, or I did anyway.
I think that injury last year just completely derailed his entire career, and then, like, he came back with no hype, and it's like he fucking forgot how to talk and forgot how to wrestle, because it was really bad, him coming back. Now, I did want to...
But injuries, like, almost like revive careers. Like, it gives sometimes, like,
people weren't excited to see him come back, though. That was the thing. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he should have came back as a babyface. I don't really know.
Maybe not against Daniel Bryan right away.
Yeah,
maybe, like, I don't know.
Because it wasn't really a feud anyone was looking for. You don't think he should have fought someone tall?
No, maybe he should have fought someone small.
Is that the same thing as little?
No, it's not. It is. Well, yeah, it is. Actually.
No, that's exactly the same thing. Yeah. I mean, I'm
sorry, Craig. I'm not educated like big casses, but to each their own, I guess.
Now, I did want to actually commend him before the news came out on Tuesday that he was released. That I was like, this was actually a pretty good match. It was like,
I liked it.
It was a good storytelling match. It was perfect opener for the card too. I think you called that it was going to open the card.
Yeah, I just thought you can't really. First of all, you can't go wrong with facing Daniel Bryan anyway. Yeah. But I thought he pulled his weight. I didn't think. Yeah, no. Like compared to the first match, which I fucking despised.
First match was terrible. Yeah,
I despised. He was much better than he was. I don't know.
No, I agree.
Maybe he kind of got in control of his character a little bit better. And
get back in the groove, worked out the kinks.
And stuff. But obviously now we're not going to know what the fuck's going to happen after this now.
I was not expecting him to be released at all.
I really wasn't either. But
apparently he has a really bad backstage reputation. He's kind of like a loudmouth. He's loud about political affiliations.
Yeah, remember that from... what was that, last year?
Last year,
he had mega heat before his injury.
Yeah.
Because he was very pro-Trump and
talking about
rattling a lot of people's cages and stuff like that. And which is kind of weird because isn't Linda McMahon on Trump's cabinet? But well, whatever. Anyway, and then that whole thing with the midget where he was supposed to only...
He wasn't supposed to beat him up. He wasn't supposed to beat him up.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to beat him up.
Fun of him.
Yeah, and then he just went on his own and beat him up.
And he kept doing it. Apparently Vince was in control of that show, so that really set Vince off that he just went off script like that. But it's like other things. Okay. Go fuck yourself, guy on Periscope.
Yep.
Peace, asswipe. Oh, your name is Asswipe. Thanks. Easy. Asswipe C. It was Asswipe cunt or something? So, alright, so...
Yeah.
It's kind of it's kind of hard to, even move on from that because, there's no... And it was weird because, they're on SmackDown and they were, talking to, interviewing Daniel Bryan and they're like, oh, you had a big week, you had a big win over Big Cass. I'm like, why are you even talking about Big Cass at this point? Because he's never going to be on TV. He was already released by that point. It was weird. Yeah. It's like, they should just be like, hey, you had a big victory last night and move on. I'm like, over Big Cass. I'm like... Over the guy who's no longer in the company. Great win, Daniel Bryan.
Over Mr. Black,
That would have been better.
Yeah, but Daniel Bryan on WWE.com, exclusive, whatever they are, he's been cutting a lot of backstage promos, to help the feud, and I wish he would do this on the show, because he's really been putting over Big Cass very well.
He did that one... interview, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, where he was screaming in the camera. I don't know if you remember that, right in his face. And I was like, holy shit, that was really good. It was really good. Yeah. I don't know if that was a WWE.com exclusive thing, but...
So, where does Daniel Bryan go from here,
Well, on SmackDown, he was part of the gauntlet match to determine the number one contender on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you saw this. This was the bet. I know the Ronda Rousey stuff was like a lot of people have opinions on whether that was great or not. And, there was IC title match on Raw and SmackDown. But I thought the best thing that happened on this week of regular programming was that gauntlet match. I thought it was fucking awesome. So they started off with Daniel Bryan versus Big E.
Oh, that's cool.
Which was and they gave it time. And, Big E had some really good spots in this match. Mm. Of course, they did... no, I'm thinking of a different match. Sorry, that was on Raw. Anyway, but they've been doing that thing that they always do that we complain about, where they cut to commercials when the really cool shit happens, and then they this is what you missed. I'm like,
Well, they don't do that on SmackDown, though.
No, they did.
No, don't they do it like they cut to the commercial, but
they don't do it
for every.
They don't do it for every commercial break.
Oh, they don't.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh.
But like it was still in the
Chris.
corner. But like I fast forward that shit because I want to hear it. You know? Like,
Yeah. No. Of course.
It's like so tiny. I'm like, I don't want to watch that.
It's kind of like basically filler anyway. I don't know why they do that, but so anyway, yeah. Where were we going with that?
So
won the gauntlet.
So Daniel Bryan eliminated Big E after like a pretty lengthy match. He made Big E look really good. And then he had Samoa Joe, and it was like, oh fuck, Daniel Bryan's dead. And like they fucking gutted it out like this long performance, really good match. And then like Daniel Bryan basically just outsmarted him by getting like he had him in the coquina clutch outside the ring. He did that bulldog thing where you run off the rope thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But he did it off the side of where the crowd is. And, like, he got back into the ring, like, a second before Samoa Joe did, and so Samoa Joe got counted out. It was really good.
It's a good way to keep him strong.
And then it was a little...
You know?
Yeah, and it was a little stupid because the Bludgeon Brothers beat him up after that.
Right. That's...
Because he interrupted their celebration over whatever team they faced.
So he's going to be in a feud with the Bludgeon Brothers? Then?
I don't know, because then...
Well, yeah, because who would be his tag team partner then?
Right, and then Miz came out and eliminated him, which was like a fucking great moment right after that. I love that.
They had them face each other off?
Instantly, though. It was over in 2 seconds, because he got beat up by the Bludgeon Brothers. Skull Crushing finale, 1, 2, 3, he's out of the match. Well, it was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome.
I guess because, as you talked about, we'll talk about later, Miz did not win Money in the Bank, so our theory from last week...
It's not right.
It's not right. So, okay, that's a good way to keep the storyline going.
Earlier in the show, Daniel Bryan said something along the lines of he's naming the participants in the match, and he's like, and I'm facing 3 superstars, Big E, Daniel Bryan, Rusev, and Samoa Joe, and like Renee's like, oh yeah, and Miz is in the match. I said superstars. And I was like, oh, that was nice.
Yeah, I can't wait for this program.
Yeah, it's starting now. It's gonna
be awesome.
Yeah, I like this slow approach that they're going with now. So maybe we were wrong. Money in the Bank is not going to be involved in this feud, but again, we said maybe it doesn't really need it. We did say that was a possibility that it doesn't. Yeah, it
doesn't need it, but it would have been. It would have been nice, bigger.
Yeah,
better. But anyway, just quickly, Bobby Lashley beat Sami Zayn. We all saw this coming.
Yeah.
Found out afterwards that Sami Zayn is injured, which is why he was dominated and beaten so badly, and he's not going to be involved in anything until at least 2019.
Yeah, he's out for a while.
He's out for the year, unfortunately. That really sucks. That really sucks. Sami Zayn this past year has been, well, maybe not even the past year, but the past 6 months, been doing some of his best work, I think, since NXT. Arguably. But
I agree.
It really sucks. I don't know what the injury is, to be exact. Maybe someone can help me out, but...
is it shoulder again?
It must be bad, though, that...
It's his shoulder
if he's out for so long, right?
Yeah, he's out for a while.
Yeah, that's too bad,
Yeah, no, I was talking about it the last couple of weeks, man. I know the entire internet wrestling community has been complaining about the storyline, but he was fucking delivering. Despite the fact that he had to drag out segments, he was fucking on with his promos. He was really
making the best of shit.
This is the most character he's ever shown. So the timing of this injury fucking sucks right now.
Sammy's like the poopery of angles.
Poopery?
If you have a pile of shit and then poopery, right?
Ooh.
Yeah,
I thought you just pronounced it wrong.
No.
I forgot there is an actual thing.
Yeah, poopery. He's the poopery of angles, basically.
Yeah,
and I kind of would have.
That's a good reference. I like that.
I was trying to think of what to do, but no, but what would have been cool actually if maybe that could have been his when Dean Ambrose came back. That maybe could have been his first feud back, and that would have been pretty sweet. I think.
Yeah,
but oh well, I guess maybe next year, but I guess he'll come back maybe, hopefully, right after WrestleMania, the show after WrestleMania, something like that. I don't know how long this injury is for, but
no, Lashley
is a pile of crap. Yeah, I mean, a pile of crap without eyebrows. I mean, well, crap doesn't have eyebrows anyway.
Is he a burn victim? Because he does not have any hair on that body.
He has alopecia, I think.
Not blah blah.
He's related to Stan Sitwell from Arrested Development.
Oh my god,
that hairless freak. Been on a major Arrested Development kick.
Yeah, oh my god, me too.
For the last year, but it's not really a kick, I guess, anymore.
For me, it's been like the last 3 weeks. I've been plowing through the entire show.
Just plowing through things.
I think it's one of the greatest shows of all time. I really do.
Really? You're going that far, huh?
One of the greatest shows of all time.
Over Breaking Bad, The Wire.
Comedy.
Comedy.
I'll give a category.
Yeah, you know what?
It's up there with Seinfeld,
Sunny,
Curb.
Probably forgetting a major.
South Park, maybe you want to throw in there.
Yeah.
Simpsons seasons 1 through 15.
I don't know, man. Beating the Simpsons, early Simpsons, is a tough thing.
Yeah, early Simpsons is hard to top.
But Arrested Development's writing is so fucking witty that I think it gives it the edge there. Anyway, Seth Rollins successfully defended his title against, ladies and gentlemen,
Elias.
Thank you. I thought it was a solid match.
I love this match.
This was a good match.
Aside from the Money in the Bank matches, this was my favorite match on the card.
Oh, okay.
I love this match. This match was really good, and the crowd was into it. They were in Chicago, so that always helps. Chicago's always one of the best wrestling crowds in the country.
Yes.
And they were into the show from top to bottom.
Well, according to some people, they aren't.
Who says that?
Some people on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, Fred? Who are
We'll talk about that later.
Oh, you want to say that?
We'll rein them in.
Yeah.
Let's a little preview on that.
Okay.
Anyway.
I like that.
I was hoping that this match was going to
Just don't hinder it. Don't hinder it.
No?
Don't
hinder it?
Yes.
Okay.
That.
I won't do that in Mahal.
See, that was... You had to kill it. You had to fucking kill it. You had to take it one step too far and destroy the joke.
That's what I do, baby. So I wanted, this match. I was hoping that this match would have been, the match to make Elias go to, the next level, you know?
Yeah.
The next level Elias. But it was still a very good match. Then the next night on Raw, Seth Rollins does an open challenge for the IC Championship, and all of a sudden, Mr. Dolph Ziggler comes in, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, solid TV match I'm going to see right now. I was actually hoping it was going to be Drew McIntyre, but nonetheless, it was Dolph Ziggler. Looking very Shawn Michaels-esque.
Yes.
As I'm watching it here in the background. And he fucking...
I think it was the tights.
He fucking won the... Yeah, it's because of the tights and the shoes. You know? But he fucking beat Seth Rollins and out of nowhere. And I don't know, man. I don't know what to think of this. I mean,
I liked it.
Good for Dolph and everything, but I really wanted Rollins to keep going with this thing. But whatever. Yeah,
no. You and me have had our differences. I don't want to say differences, but you and me have fluctuated on our opinion for Dolph since the podcast started. Because when we started the show, it was we loved him. He's so underutilized. He's great. Why don't they use him? And then they started, and then I guess we got indifferent and stopped caring. That just happens, with Zack Ryder, too.
Wow. Yeah, because they go back and forth. I mean, how can I get invested in somebody like that?
Yeah, and then, I don't know.
It's not his fault.
I was liking his stuff on SmackDown before the draft, or whatever the shake-up.
He was feuding with The Miz and stuff like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Well, that was great.
And then he fell off the radar again. He fucking won the U.S. title and, retired and then came back. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening with this guy? I don't know what they're doing. And then, got drafted to Raw. I'm like, oh, well, Ziggler's done. He sucks again.
Yeah.
And then, he comes back with Drew McIntyre. And all of a sudden, I care so fucking much now. And I love this segment. We don't have to agree on everything, but I loved it. I thought it was a really good match. And
I'm happy for him.
He cheated, too, so, they protected Rollins,
I'm happy for him. I just wish that Rollins had the title for a little bit longer.
He's going to win it back. He's definitely going to win it back.
Yeah.
I think he's going to win it back at Extreme Rules.
It's a possibility.
I mean, he's going to have a rematch on Monday, but he's going to... I'm assuming he'll lose. Maybe McIntyre gets involved. I don't know.
Yeah. So, anyway... I want to talk about this. Yeah, Alexa Bliss wins the second/third ever Money in the Bank, women's Money in the Bank
second
match.
asterisk, yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'll say third.
Yeah, we'll just say third.
Because it really was.
Well, James Ellsworth won the first one.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to him in a little bit, actually. But I really liked this match. This was I thought this was a great. I think this was much better than last year's Money in the Bank.
No, this was.
I have to give it to them. They did very well.
Yeah, honestly, this entire show was really good. There was a couple things I had issues with, but for the most part, Money in the Bank pay-per-view was actually really good. And highlighted by the two marquee matches, the men and women's Money in the Bank ladder matches. I love both of them.
Yeah, no,
they were great.
I don't know about any memorable. I mean, it sucks because I really wanted Becky Lynch to win, and I really thought they were going to give her the nod because, like, she's so believable in her promos every time. Like when she's like down and out, and like she really wants to get ahead, and she really wants to be women's champion again, and like. She's one of those people like Daniel Bryan or Johnny Gargano that you really believe. You're like, for a second there, you forget that this is like a TV show, and you're like you really feel for them. You're like, yeah, I want her to do well. Like, yeah, she's so good. Like on the mic, she's so underrated.
And you know what? Like, she's kind of like Ziggler was on SmackDown last year. She's like always in like TV matches, putting on good matches, but then like storyline, nothing happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like finally, like I don't know, they were building her up as like she came so close to winning it last year. She was fingertips away. She almost grabbed it and it was taken out from under her. And like they told that story well, and I was like kind of like watching it. And I was like, I think Becky Lynch might fucking win like this whole time. And like they really built up the friendship between her and Carmella. They had that great stare down moment on the top of the ladder. What did I say?
Carmella.
Carmella's shit. God,
I know you want me to correct you. I don't like to be that guy, but
No. I like that because when I listen to it like the next day, and I'm like, God damn it, Craig.
God damn it, Charlie.
Walk hard, bitches. Yeah, no. So
she can't. She basically got thrown off the ladder at the very end. Got out of the ring. Alexa Bliss, boom, scattered up there, won the Money in the Bank.
I was totally wrong on that one.
At first I was right, and then I went with Sasha out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
You should have stuck with your instincts.
I really should have, but...
yeah, I was really surprised Alexa won.
Do you want to go out of order then at this point?
Yeah, let's go. Let's jump to the related part at this point.
Okay, so Alexa Bliss doesn't wait too long to cash in her Money in the Bank briefcase. She does it pretty much an hour later.
Yep.
Against, when Ronda Rousey fought Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship. And let me tell... First of all, Ronda Rousey is amazing. She is so fucking good at...
Dude, I cannot tell you how impressed I am with Ronda Rousey's limited in-ring action being as good as she is. Because she is... Fred said this in a text to me. She's a fucking natural. She is
natural.
She's like Kurt Angle in like 1999.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
like she clicks. It's in her blood to like do fucking like flips and shit. Like she knows how to do it. She knows how to not hurt people. How to do it. Maybe not about that part, but
did you see that where she like judo tossed Nia Jax and like fucking like inverted her? Like it looks like Nia Jax like fell on her neck. I'm like, oh my god, like
I gotta say this match. I'm not a big Nia Jax fan, but this match was perfect because they were playing Nia as this big fucking the Big Show character.
Yeah.
And Nia Jax is like the Kurt Angle / Brock Lesnar like shoot fighting cut type.
Yeah, but she was getting her ass kicked a lot during the match.
She was.
Yeah, I'm kind of like I was taken back. I'm like, wow. I'm like. She's getting her ass kicked here, I
still loved it. I
liked it. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, after Alexa won, though, it kind of made it predictable what was going to happen. I kind of knew it was going to happen. Like, she was going to cash in. Yeah.
Like, where are we going to go with this? You know? Like, I didn't want her to win.
We were theorizing maybe this would be Natalia's spot, but it went to Alexa. Like, the same scenario.
Yeah.
So, but, like, it made sense, and so the match ended.
I don't have an opinion on that.
She doesn't have an opinion on herself.
Amazon's Alexa.
Every time.
I know, we always forget.
Anyway, that Alexa doesn't have an opinion on Alexa Bliss, but it's okay. No. Yeah, she does. You know what? I was listening to Dave Meltzer review Money in the Bank, and he kind of like proved the point is like, or like people that have gotten their ass kicked in real life, or like have taken a real punch, or gotten kicked really hard in the face or gotten beat up just through mixed martial arts or fighting in general. They tend to be really good, or Kurt Angle with wrestling, that they tend to be really good at being a natural seller of things and being natural as a sports entertainer, because they really know how to sell a real fight because they've been in real fights before.
Right.
It's not like John Cena selling. Like Ronda Rousey has this it factor that
she does.
John Cena couldn't have in the ring. Let's say. No,
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree.
You know how to sell a punch in the face when you really got punched in the face.
Those fucking judo flips that she does, she's so fluid in doing it too. There's no hesitation. She does that better than pretty much any wrestler I've ever seen who does that move. You know what I mean? I've never seen someone so fluid at it and so inexperienced at the same time.
Yeah, she's amazing. Just definitely amazing. And the way they played it off at the end was great. Alexa Bliss.
We said this. This is the one thing we were right. Nia can't beat her, but she can't win the fucking title. So this was the
This was the best scenario. This actually was the best scenario.
Yeah, it was.
And we were thinking of other scenarios involving Stephanie McMahon, but
I was thinking Stephanie or Natalya.
Yeah, but I'll give it to WWE. They actually booked it better than I would have booked it.
And then on Raw, they followed it up. This was probably the best part of Raw was, they were. I think Kurt Angle made Alexa and said your congratulations on winning the Money in the Bank.
Right,
Ronda came out was like Stone Cold.
No more smiling.
This is the Ronda I wanted, and we're getting it now. She just comes out and she's just getting in her fucking face, I'm gonna fucking punch you, you cheating cunt. And they start fighting, and she called her what did she call you, overrated rookie or something?
Yeah,
and she just snapped. She snapped and she started fucking hitting her with the briefcase. Kurt Angle tried to grab her,
and she just fucking judo tossed
Kurt Angle, which I was like, holy shit, I was not expecting that at all. Because
I marked out so hard,
I did too.
I was like, holy shit, she just like threw him with ease.
Yeah,
you know, like just fucked
it was
him
great.
up.
It was great.
Yeah, and then powerbombed her through a table. I'm like, holy crap! So Ronda Rousey is now suspended for 30 days.
Yeah, so she's not going to be at Extreme Rules. It was a way to write her off of Extreme Rules.
Yeah, I think she's doing something.
Maybe the movie.
Yeah, movie promotions.
Yeah,
right now.
And you know, like, who's she gonna fight now? You know, like,
yeah,
they got to build up her next program. They can't just throw her in another match right like that.
Right. Yeah. So that's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, but it's just so great that how she's really like rejuvenated the women's revolution.
Really has.
You know, just with her presence and all that stuff.
Yeah, she's gonna be a huge WWE star. Not she's already a huge star as it is, but like,
yeah,
you can tell this is gonna work out.
Yeah,
it's gonna totally work out. She's gonna be the most popular women's wrestler in WWE in like a year, if she's not already. All right, so we have to jump back on the card a little because we jumped around. So,
well, do you want to speak about the other women's, or you want to go in order?
It doesn't matter.
All right. Anyway, Roman Reigns defeated Jinder Mahal. Okay. We all kind of expected that. I don't think there's anyone's doubt in anyone's mind.
Yeah.
I would have really been surprised if Mahal won, but... so people on Twitter... Let me get into this. People on Twitter... Not any names in particular. I'm not outing anyone.
Just a general
thing is that people are upset because the crowd was very anti-Roman and anti-Jinder Mahal and basically shat on the match... CM Punk chants, whatever have you, whatever else that was said. And, listen, guys, they paid money to fucking go see matches that they want to see. They are allowed to say whatever they want.
And they probably paid a lot of money for beer, too.
Probably.
So it was probably a pretty penny that they spent.
Yeah, and guess what? Like, people are saying, like, oh, you should be respectful and blah, blah, blah. And that's fuck you guys. Seriously, fuck you. You spend money and you go to a show, right? You are allowed to say whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can boo and cheer whoever you want. If you don't, like, no one likes these guys.
That's the beauty of going to a wrestling event.
Nobody likes Roman Reigns. No one likes Jinder Mahal. You know, fuck them. You know,
this is the thing, too. It's like, it's not like going to a professional sporting event, like going to a hockey game or a baseball game and, like, booing a home team player. Like, the Yankee fans always booed Alex Rodriguez. Now they boo Giancarlo Stanton, like, when they're not performing. Like,
right.
Like, that's a real sport. So you're booing a guy who's not coming through. So that's, like, kind of, like, that I can understand being upset about. Like, come on, like, respect the performers. They're trying to do their job. You know, you're making it more difficult, giving them more pressure.
Yeah.
But this is a profession about making characters bad guys and good guys. So, and the fact that I've said this 30 fucking times on this show, the fact that they've forced Roman Reigns down our throats for fucking 14 years now, like, people are not gonna like that. I don't like to be told what to like. It's like going to a concert and they're like, you guys want to go see Nickelback? It's Nickelback! No, I would boo that, because I don't want that.
I paid to see Beyonce, and that's who I want to see, so,
I don't think that's an actual concert. I don't think they're...
But I was there to see Beyonce, you know, and I was like... You know, like Single in Love or whatever that song is. Like, I was doing the whole dance with that. That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to see Nickelback.
No, I'm totally with you though. I'm just gonna breeze right over that. I'm just gonna.
Why? Okay, well, whatever. You know,
I'm gonna Tyler Breeze right over that. And no, it's like no.
Unless you physically interfere in the match.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Don't do that.
Which you will get your ass whooped.
Yeah, you'll die.
So don't do that.
You'll die.
Anyway.
Or do it. I don't care. Well,
that would be funny if fucking Roman Reigns.
I like watching it happen.
Yeah, I do actually. I like it sometimes, but not me. But unless you're doing that, you're allowed to say whatever you want. Okay?
Why aren't people allowed to have fun? Like, why aren't people allowed to have fun? What's wrong with having fun?
Maybe having fun was shitting on the match.
Yeah, because
that was their version of fun.
If I was there, if they did that at NXT Brooklyn 4 in 2 months,
yeah.
I would totally shit on that and just chant whatever the fuck I wanted, because I don't give a shit about that match. I hate both guys in the match. I really hate Roman Reigns. I don't know why they would be on NXT in Brooklyn for some reason, but still, like, I would shit on it because I don't give a shit.
But you're coming to
I paid money to go there, and I paid train ticket to get there. You got to pay all this fucking StubHub prices to get into the building. Buying tons of fucking beer to enjoy a wrestling show in 2018.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. Well,
it's like a $200-$300 night by the end of the night with you add up all those things.
All those things, and yeah.
Or you should be respectable of the performers. They may hurt the feelings. Roman Reigns could go cry to his little baby girl. Oh no!
I'm sorry, Roman Reigns.
I started going Asian there at the end.
You always do that. You always kind of go Asian route when you do impressions. I don't know why.
No.
You bring out your Oriental side of yourself. I don't know.
I did have Thai food 2 days ago, so maybe that's it.
Maybe that's it.
I like
Thai food. Sitting in your stomach,
Thai food's delicious.
And
where do we go from there? Shinsuke Nakamura.
No, seriously though, the whole thing was that, like, ECW was revered for its fans being so passionate, and that's what I said on Twitter. Like, if you're fucking pussyfooted, if you're being a fucking pussy about this match and the people that are chanting about it, then I don't want you to ever say anything pro about ECW ever, because that was the thing, is that fans shat on what they wanted to shat on, and they cheered what they wanted to cheer, and that's what NXT is about now.
Fuck too.
You then.
That's what NXT is about too.
Yeah.
Like they chant for whatever the fuck they want. Like, Velveteen Dream is a heel, but they fucking love him. Yeah. They love him.
Yeah, and
they'll chant for him.
The TakeOver show, actually, they had the open match was the Undisputed Era versus Oney
Lorcan and I always forget the other guy's name.
Yeah, when it comes to but they were, Danny Burch. Yeah, Danny Burch, yeah. So the Undisputed Era is technically the heels, but they were actually getting cheered, and the other team was getting kind of slightly booed. So that's their decision to make, guys. Sorry. The fans want to do what they want. Like I said, unless you're physically interfering in their sport, in their job, and causing them harm, fuck you.
In the same way that, like people's careers go down the shitter because their gimmick doesn't work out. You know what I mean? Like, push a guy to the moon and then, like, oh my god, this gimmick is terrible, like Gobbledygooker or, Shockmaster. Like, in that same respect, but, like, fucking heels being cheered and getting, like, these heroes' welcomes when they go to these arenas with all these drunk wrestling fans. Like, that's how stars are made. That's exactly how stars are made, because then next week, maybe there's like, they're in Alabama and they're cheering for them, and then like, oh, the next week they're back in Toronto, and of course they're cheering for them. But then you go to like Rhode Island, and that's not really known to be a wrestling crowd, and they start going crazy for them. Like, it's happening with Elias right now. Like, he's fucking over as shit because the crowd is like, you know what? I know he's a heel. I know he's feuding with like Seth Rollins, but I'm fucking digging it right now. Like, it should be able to go both ways. You should be able to root for a fucking heel, and you should be able to boo a face. There's nothing wrong with that. Who gives a shit?
I think it was more people were like upset about just them being disrespectful to their craft.
Fuck their craft. They're not good. That's why people boo them. Jinder Mahal's not good. He's not. He's not good. Roman Reigns, it's not that he's not good. It's that he's their boy. You know what I mean? He's their baby boy that they want to succeed.
I know. I'm sick of
that's what it's about.
Being told what I can and can't say anymore. Like, fuck that. Yeah, I'll say whatever the fuck I want. You know?
I'm tired of being told what to like and what not to like, which is why I hate Roman Reigns. I don't hate him as a performer. I don't hate his wrestling skills.
He's a good wrestler.
He's a good wrestler. I hate the idea of Roman Reigns. The WWE Roman Reigns is what I hate.
Correct.
If it wasn't, like, if he went to TNA, I would love him. Yeah. Like, he'd be great. But because he's like WWE, and you're like, oh, Roman Reigns, what's Roman Reigns doing? Like, we're going to have Roman Reigns in the match. Oh, let's see what Roman Reigns is doing.
Big dog. Like, fuck.
Just like, enough. Yeah. All right. Anyway. Yeah, let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, so anyway, Carmella defended her women's championship against Asuka. And we were afraid that Asuka was going to lose to Carmella. And we were right with the return of
James Ellsworth.
Yeah. He came in as
soon as I heard he was possibly coming back, we talked about that last week. I'm like, she's totally retaining. Now, I knew it was happening. I knew it was happening 2 weeks ago. And yet, it happened. And when it was over, I was just like, not very happy with it. Because...
Why?
To me, they've killed the aura of Asuka now. They've just killed him. They've killed her.
Well...
They've killed her.
Yeah.
She's got no momentum
That's
now.
the problem.
They did this with Shinsuke, too.
Yeah.
They killed him. Like, have him lose to Jinder Mahal, like, 2 pay-per-views in a row. And now they have fucking Asuka losing to Charlotte. The streak's over. And now she's losing to Carmella with bullshit interference, whatever. But, like, why would she be so mesmerized by somebody dressed up as her? Like, is that, like, a foreign concept that somebody might wear her mask? You know what I mean? It's not like...
Don't they sell them? Like
they do.
In the merchandise booth or whatever.
Like, did she why was she so
whatever.
mesmerized by James Ellsworth dressed up as Asuka? Like, she was just like, is that me? Like, no, are you retarded? Do you think that's you? If that's how they're portraying her, then
is that a mirror? Like, what the fuck? You know,
that was racist. It wasn't me this week.
Hey, you're watching the WWP, so it's got to be racist. Yeah. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. I can see.
I think you should come. We'll pick up your train of thought in 8 months. 8 months.
Okay.
Tops.
Okay.
Tops.
Cool.
Jan has joined us on the line.
I can see.
What's up, Jan?
When Undertaker saw his brother Kane for the first time, was completely shocked and bewildered. Yeah, that makes fucking sense.
That makes sense.
This is her seeing her in her own costume, like, you were that, like, mesmerized, and it was kind of dumb. It was
fucking stupid.
It was really stupid.
It was really stupid.
I like that he's back.
She looked flabbergasted that she was just like, I can't believe somebody else has the same mask and jacket as me. Is that me? Like,
and then he took the mask off, and then she's like screaming like, ah! Like it was like a horror movie. I'm like, yeah, I know he's ugly, but like, you know,
facelift.
But it's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, I mean, I'm glad James Ellsworth is back. He should have never got let go in the first place, and I'm glad he's back with Carmella.
Made sense.
But, yeah, I think Carmella's she's got to get the title off of her pretty soon. Someone was making a point on Twitter. Can you believe that out of Enzo, Cass, and Carmella is not only like the only one left, but she's SmackDown Women's Champion and beat Charlotte and Asuka.
She does not deserve this. She does not deserve this. She should be like Raw Women's Champion. That I would accept. But she should not be beating the likes of Asuka and Charlotte in consecutive fucking matches. I can't.
I guess we'll be seeing that a lot. You know?
I'm tired of fucking Carmella. Like, and I'm not saying because she's a heel. Like, not that fucking.
But she's money though.
Carmella. She's good on the promos. She still is good on the promos. I will give her that.
What the hell?
Mela is money.
Oh. Like, who wrote hello? Am I talking to myself?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck.
So...
Alright, we're almost done here.
Yeah, we're wrapping this up. So, AJ Styles fought Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match. And this match was fucking great. I love this. This was great.
Like, the match I was finally waiting for between these two. Put over, even though Nakamura lost, which actually we thought he was going to win, but even though he lost, the way he lost was fine, and it really put him over strong.
I love that moment.
I was okay with it.
I love that moment when he did that, come on, thing, and he kicked him right in the dick. I love that fucking moment.
That was awesome.
That was fucking great. And then the flying elbow to the outside through the tables, fucking great spot.
Yeah.
The crowd was so into this match. It was... Really, I wish we had the times up. We usually have the Wikipedia page, and it tells us how long the matches were. But like, I felt like it was like 25, 30 minutes, it felt like. I loved it. I would say 25, maybe. It was unbelievable. One of the better WWE like main event matches of the year so far.
Sometimes
Title
I'm not.
Matches, maybe.
Yeah, sometimes I'm not like a big fan of last man standing matches. I don't know why. I've just never really been a fan of them. Like the only one I kind of liked was, I think, John Cena versus Umaga. Was that a last man standing match?
I think it was. Were we at that show?
No, but he did the STFU
on the steel cage, on the steel steps.
No. He did it. The ring rope was pulled apart.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
He put his face against that was fucking sick. And other than that, I don't really like these matches. But
this was a good one. Though.
This was a good one. Like I said, Nakamura was put over.
I don't hate them, but I don't ever go oh man, I'd love to see a last man standing match. It's just like when they announce them, I'm like, usually the feud's good enough already at that point.
Yeah,
it's always like the third time they fight too, because it's always like they don't just go to like Jeff Hardy versus Bobby Roode, last man standing for no reason. Like, why would they do that? Like, it's always like
a build up.
Yeah, it's a build up match. So I don't know. Usually when you get to that point, they're already good together. So I don't really care about I don't look for them. But like I enjoyed it, and this was probably one of my favorites of all time. This was great.
So I unfortunately I didn't get to watch any of SmackDown. So it looks like, but it does look like Nakamura is going to start feuding with Jeff Hardy for the United States Championship.
I guess. I don't know if it's for the title, or I'm going to assume so.
But it would be a great way to have Nakamura with a title. I mean, because I could see him beating Jeff Hardy for it.
Yeah. It just feels like such a weird step. Like, he's like fighting for the WWE title for like 3 months. And then it's just like, all right, well, I couldn't do that, so I'm going to go for the next title. You know what I mean? Like, it's so quick for that to happen. But I guess it'll be a good feud.
And what's up with AJ then?
So they did that.
The gauntlet? The
gauntlet I was talking about. I didn't even say who won. So Miz eliminated Daniel Bryan in like 5 seconds. But fucking Rusev won the fucking match.
Oh, yes.
So they're doing Rusev versus AJ at Extreme Rules.
That's cool.
It's weird, though, because he's like a baby face in that match, but now he's going to face AJ, and I'm assuming he'll be a heel. He's the definition of a tweener. I kind of like having a tweener around. They don't do those anymore. Like
technically
week to week, he could be whatever. Like, depends on who he's facing. I kind of like that. They should have more than... They should have, like, one for each show, like a tweener. Like, a guy who could, like, main event as a baby face one week, and then, like, the next week he's a heel. Like... They should have the equivalent on Raw. I don't know who it could be.
Yeah, who could that be? Who could it be?
Yeah, I don't know.
It should be interesting. I mean, I think they'll put on a good match and all that stuff. No doubt in my mind. It's just, I don't see Rusev winning.
No.
But, hell, I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, he's super over right now, too. So that's going to, they're probably just rewarding him for, like, getting so over right now. I don't know. But I could also be like, I also don't see them doing Rusev versus AJ. You know what I mean? Like, I could see them, like, in, like, 2 weeks, like, saying, like, oh, he cheated or something, or, like, and they throw a third guy in the match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of don't see them doing AJ versus Rusev singles match. Like, I don't know why. It doesn't seem like a thing they'll do.
Well, maybe it's just something to do, like a little mini program before SummerSlam, perhaps.
I guess. I mean, they could have gone him versus Miz. Like, that would have been, like, believable, at least. Like, you know what I mean?
True.
Like, I was surprised when Miz lost. Like, he tapped out to the accolade, and the match was over, and the crowd was kind of like, oh, holy shit! Like, I was like, I did the same thing. I was like, huh? That was it?
Huh? Okay, so we'll just talk about the last match. Was the men's Money in the Bank match. Braun Strowman is your Money in the Bank champion. So, or has the briefcase. So,
we were wrong on the Miz. We
text each other. We're just like, really? He won? Like, wow. Okay.
We both was like, wow.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna...
I said he might win. That was like, he was one of my 3 picks. I was like, him, Joe, or Miz. So
well, I thought
I wasn't too surprised, but at the same time, like when it happened, I was just like, oh.
Because when he was climbing the rope at the, climbing the ladder at the end, I thought that Kevin Owens, who had been taken out earlier in the match... Yeah,
what was with that? Like,
I thought he was going to come back in at the last second, because he was gone the whole rest of the match.
Owens missed like half the match after taking that crazy fall off the ladder through the fucking table. Like, that was a great spot. But like,
I thought he was going to come back.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. It's like the classic thing, like the Royal Rumble when Stone Cold won. Like he was like fucking taken out by Vince McMahon or something. And it was like bloody, and then he came back at the very end and won the whole damn thing. I was shocked that he didn't come out, and I was expecting another 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, and it's funny because like Braun Strowman was built up so strong for this match that like you almost felt like
it was too obvious, right?
Yeah, it was too obvious, and then they ended up going with the obvious person, which they almost
I should have known it, because like when he won the Greatest Royal Rumble, I was like I feel like this is like the beginning of a Braun Strowman like mega push, and I just like I ignored that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I ignored that like feeling I got when it happened, because like what else did he win? He won something else big too, right?
Well, he won the tag team championship with
Nicholas. Right, with Nicholas. Right, that was the other thing. I'm like, they've just built this guy, and he's super fucking over. They got the t-shirts with "Get These Hands." Like
he's got to do something with them. You know?
But like this is an example of why like a Roman Reigns thing that isn't working out. Is because like a guy like Braun Strowman, who you wouldn't really think would get over in this capacity, like right, like he's a big guy. Yeah, he's a big guy. He's not very. I mean, he's pretty agile for his size, but like he's not like Kevin Owens, who's like does these crazy like falls, or he's not like a high flyer like AJ. You know, like he's just like a big, strong dude, and
just fucks people up.
He fucks people up, and people love it. Like that's something they didn't have with Roman. Like organically, he became a babyface because the crowd started loving him, going broad every fucking week.
Yeah. I mean, good for him.
Good for him.
Obviously,
I'm happy for him.
The writing's on the wall. It looks like. So I've heard that Roman Reigns is going to fucking fight Brock Lesnar again.
Well, we're not sure. We're not sure yet, but
no? Oh, okay.
Well, maybe it might. I mean, that was the rumor, but like I'm under the impression that they're not. I don't know what they're doing with Roman anymore. I really don't know what they're doing with him. Roman's like an enigma, man. Like he's just. It's like Roman's in his own world on these shows. Like he has this feud, and it has there's like a bubble around him where it's just like la 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 la, I can't hear you booing me, like my program, it does not involve anybody, it's up to me. I don't know. And then I don't know, fucking Riot Squad did this bullshit on. They're like, "Ooh, we have a crayon, we're gonna draw the letter R on you." Like it's not as cool as the NWO. Like
is that what they were trying to do? Like because it wasn't cool.
Well, they did it with lipstick, I guess, because it's like, oh, they wear black lipstick, but like, oh, so cool.
Whatever.
Sorry, we have Raw running in the background. That's why we're jumping all over the place here.
Yeah. I mean, that pretty much is the pay-per-view. I mean, but...
I
mean, unless you had any other thoughts on it.
Yeah, they're going to do some kind of... So Braun's got the Money in the Bank contract. He can cash it in on Brock Lesnar whenever the fuck Brock Lesnar shows up.
Yeah.
They're going to do some multi-man match. Like, Kurt Angle was like so... It was really poorly announced, like... Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns both wanted a Universal title match. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, I don't know, like, Kurt Angle's like, yeah, we're going to have a multi-man match to determine who's going to do that. And you're all going to face each other at Extreme Rules. And he's like, what's the match? He's like, don't know yet. Like, okay. And there's other people in it, too. I was like, oh, what? Like, so what are we doing here? Like, I guess they're just going to have, like a fatal 5-way or some fatal 6-way, a 6-pack challenge.
Yeah, like
they do this every 2 months because Brock Lesnar's not here.
They did that last summer too. They had like Great Balls of Fire. I think they had like a fatal 5-way, and they built it up like it was so much.
Brock Lesnar wrestled
5 people.
Brock Lesnar definitely wrestled at Great Balls of Fire.
Before who did he face?
I forget. Braun. It's Braun.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Braun.
Survivor Series. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They all kind of mix together, honestly.
Yeah, so that's Money in the Bank. It's a good show. It was one of the better pay-per-views of the last couple months. Chicago crowd makes any show really good. Too. You know what I mean? Like, they'll shit on the bad segments. Really applaud the good ones. Raw and SmackDown had their moments this week. You know, Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss segment was really good.
That was so good, man. I was like, that made my night.
Seth Rollins Dolph Ziggler match was good. SmackDown had that gauntlet match, which was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So I thought this was a pretty good week for WWE standards.
Yeah, pretty good.
I really can't complain. Like when there's a good segment on both shows, that's like a home run for me. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm just actually trying to see if I'm just pulling up my notes here to see if there was anything else I wanted to talk about. I think we kind of went over everything. Yeah, same as being injured, Becky gets fired, chance during gender. Okay, well, went through that.
Fred had 3 notes. You could have just.
Well, I want to make sure we touched them all. Yeah, but I have a bad memory, so you never know.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
you gotta stop taking those forget-me-nows.
I know, but I want to forget me now.
You know what? We're gonna get this guy Hermano.
Oh God, that guy Hermano, man, he's so annoying.
I've made a huge mistake. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Job is like one of the funniest.
Job might be one of the best characters in television history.
Besides Nate Tobias.
And Buster.
Yeah,
really, they're all great.
They're actually all great.
They're all great.
Yeah.
George Michael is even good, too.
Even George Michael. Yeah.
George Sr. is amazing.
If you don't watch Arrested Development,
really get on it.
Go watch it, baby.
The show was never canceled either. It was.
It was. He didn't.
So that pretty much wraps up this week of WWE news.
What the fuck are we watching?
Oh yeah, the B team confronted Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt and did dressed up as them. And Bo Dallas looks exactly like Bray Wyatt because he's his brother.
Yeah, it's so creepy. Oh my God, I'm looking at it now.
It was really funny though because then when it was over, they're like, "What do we do?" Because the video kept rolling. They're like, "What do we do?" So they're just like, just duck. And they just both really slowly duck under the camera's view. I loved it. B Team is fucking over his shit right now.
Yeah, I can see them winning the titles.
I kind of want them to win the titles.
I think they will, especially because it'll be believable with a tag team, beating Woken, Matt Hardy, and Bray Wyatt. The funness, I don't know, it's a fucking terrible word, of Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt being a tag team, it's I'm already over it. I think they should be heels. I think that's what they should be. I think Bray Wyatt he's a natural heel. And Matt Hardy in this character as a heel would be so much better than him as a babyface, with this fucking arrogant British accent that he does all the time. Render you obsolete! It'll be wonderful! It'd be way better as a heel who just is so fucking delusional. Right now he just seems like a doofy idiot. Yeah, because broken Matt Hardy in TNA was a heel, and then he got so popular, super over, so it's kind of designed for that, but I guess they could, but
they made it
very weak.
It was hard for them in WWE to start off as faces though, because they knew the crowd was gonna wanted this. They wanted this so much, so they were gonna cheer it. So they were I'll just make them faces at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
Kind of when every time Jericho comes back, he's a face for 3 weeks when he comes back, and then he's all right, I'm done with this bullshit. I'm gonna start talking about the list of Jericho. Man. I forget what Jericho said. That was terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we were going
terrible
for something else there. The impression.
I meant to say gift of Jericho, but I said the list of Jericho.
I thought you were going to do Jericho in an Oriental accent, but apparently...
Drink it in, man.
Drink it in, Mom.
Drink it in, Mom.
I know this is old news, but Jericho is now the IWGP Intercontinental Champion.
He's the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. Undeniable.
I mean, come on, it's fucking awesome.
He's 45 years old.
I did not expect him to beat Naito at whatever the show was. I don't know the name of the show, but I thought I couldn't believe that he's a champion now there, and it's crazy, But good for Jericho.
Yeah, good for him.
Keeps it fresh. He had a cool look. He had like a almost, I don't want to say it's like Clockwork Orange, but he like looked...
he looked a little deranged.
Yeah, he looked like almost like Sting Crow gimmick, but it wasn't, though. It was like his
You know me. I'm a big Jericho mark. I really love everything he does. He really can't do any wrong in my eyes.
That's true. But that was cool, though. Yeah.
I have a couple of Fozzy albums, I'm not going to lie.
That's just sad.
They're actually really good. They're a good band. They are a good band.
I know, but I just, I don't know. I just can't watch them now. Or listen to it.
Well, yeah, it's music, so you listen to it, so you don't watch it.
Oh, they have a music video.
Who watches a music video in 2018?
I don't know. Sometimes I do.
All right. So how's your girl? How's your girl? I haven't seen her in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, everything's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just still having our.
So you don't find it weird that she called? You said there was a guy named Frank who drives her around all the time.
No, she got picked up by Frank. Yeah, sometimes she does, by this guy named Frank. It's just a friend of hers or whatever.
But that's also the nickname that she calls you. So it's just like... it's
my penis, yeah.
Oh, she calls her penis Frank?
Yeah, because, Frankfurter,
I don't think that makes it better.
No, you don't think so?
No.
I mean, she likes hot dogs, but...
Great. Great.
And then when,
so what do you guys have been up to, man? I haven't, we had the Memorial Day party a couple weeks ago, and, I haven't heard from you guys.
Nah.
You've been kind of off the radar. You've been off the grid a little bit.
Nah, I know. Well, I went to, I slept in your backyard 2 weeks ago, and then...
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Shit hasn't been the same since,
wait
I guess,
a minute. Now, let's talk about this, because this is 100% real.
This is a shoot.
This is a shoot.
Unfortunately, I have to admit.
So we went to a wedding. This is where I got this. Our friend Mike got married, and Fred and I got out. We were really fucking wasted by the way. Yeah. So we went to the after
not
party.
WWP wasted,
no.
Fucking
Annihilate. We took a Vine. We did a Periscope. You can go look at our old broadcast and you'll find it.
You can see how bad we were.
It was bad. So I got home at 2:30 in the morning because I'm like, the groom left. I'm done now. I've been up since 8 in the morning. I'm gonna go home now. Fred stayed until 4:30, and I didn't tell you this other part. So this is actually gonna be. I'm gonna tell it to you while it's happening. So I passed out the second I got home because I was fucking fucked up. I wake up the next morning. I have 2 texts from Fred Robinson. One at 4:30 and one at 6:45 or 7. I'm like, why the fuck is Fred texting me? Yo, you up? I'm like, uh-oh. What's Fred going for here? So I take my son Tyler. I had to get him on the bus to go to school.
Yeah.
I wake him up and sometimes Tyler's so sleepy he just says things he'd be he's like, where's Uncle Tim? Is our friend Tim, we call him Uncle Tim.
Yeah.
Fred's Uncle Fred. So so Tyler, I'm changing him. He's our bedroom's in the back of the house. His bedroom's in the back of the house. I'm changing him on his table thing, and he's like, Uncle Fred. And I'm like, yeah, Uncle Fred, yeah. I'm getting him dressed, not even thinking. And then I'm getting ready. The bus is gonna be there in 5 minutes. And I answered Fred's text. I'm like, yo, what's the matter? What are you texting me about? He's like, yo, I'm in your basement. I'm like, you're in my basement?
I said that?
Yeah, you did. You said I'm in my basement.
Oh.
And then I text you back. I'm like, what? And you're like, I'm sorry, backyard. I'm like, you're in my backyard. So I'm like, what is happening? So I get Tyler on the bus. I go out in the backyard as soon as the bus drives away. And there's Fred just fucking asleep on my patio furniture. Just
out cold. I'm using my suit jacket.
I talked to him
blanket.
5 minutes before and he fell asleep in that 5 minutes. I was like, yo, I gotta get Tyler ready for school. I'll be there in a minute.
Oh my god, that was so bad, man.
But the thing is, Tyler said Uncle Fred because he looked out the fucking window and saw you. He fucking saw you, and I was like, yeah, whatever, Uncle Fred. And I didn't even look. I was like, hey, he didn't see Uncle Fred out the window because I didn't know you were there. I didn't realize that until I was talking to my wife in the car. I was like, she's like, it's so funny that Tyler said Uncle Fred and he was in the backyard. I'm like, oh my god, he saw him.
I was still drunk when you drove me home.
Oh, I know you were.
And then I was stumbling into the bagel store to get some breakfast or whatever. I was like, I don't know how I made it even back to my apartment.
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was funny as shit.
So some little Long Island geography for our non-Long Islanders watching. So the wedding, the after party was in Long Beach, which is like the most south you can go in Nassau County.
Yeah.
And I live one town north of it, like over a bridge. So Fred couldn't get an Uber at 4:30 in the morning.
On a Monday morning. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was Monday morning.
Yeah, I guess apparently people are no Ubers at 4:30 in the morning.
Fucking just walked to my house.
Yeah.
I was asleep, so I didn't answer the door or the phone. And he just slept in my backyard. He could have called a taxi. I don't know why he didn't.
I don't know why I didn't. Honestly. Because I didn't have, like, cash in my wallet. So
Okay,
I don't know, but, like, that still doesn't matter. I could have got cash, but, you know.
He passed 7-Eleven on the way here.
I know, but I'm so fucking tired. I was like, I'm just gonna sleep here, you know, whatever.
So fucking
morning.
Funny. I called Jen and I was like, you're never gonna believe who's in the car with me. She's like, huh? What?
Yeah.
That was a good time.
Good old 32-year-old there. That's a great decision made by me.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I was so hammered, man.
Yeah, you were. You were hammered.
Yeah. So, but I mean, everything's all right with Maria, I guess, like, she says, like, weird phrases, like, I don't really understand what she means by this, but, like, when she says, like, like, I can't afford her, like,
She
like,
says you can't afford her?
Yeah, I think, I mean, like, yeah, like, and
you can't afford her rock and roll lifestyle.
Yeah, and that, and, like, I can't afford her emotionally, and support. Sometimes I don't say the right things, whatever, and I feel drained, like my assets feel drained, so things are a little rocky right now between me and Maria.
When you open your wallet, does a little moth fly out?
It does, yeah, and like sometimes there's like a spider web in there and stuff too. Like I don't know how that happens because I mean. It's not an old wallet or anything, but
that's it. That is strange.
It is, yeah. So
yeah,
yeah. So I don't know what to do, Craig. Maybe it's time to end things with Maria. I don't know. Maybe I have to work something out. Maybe some type of plan with her to, like installment plan to kind of boost our relationship. To like get our relationship back on its feet, so to speak, I don't know, I don't know, maybe I need to take out an emotional loan, to work on our relationship, I don't know,
Oh, I can't keep it together.
I mean, now she's saying she needs to pull a trick or two, and I'm like, you're not a magician. Like, why do you even need to do that? And
she's an illusionist.
It's not a trick; it's an illusion. A lot of Arrested Development.
I'll give you $500 to say it's a trick. All right, it's a trick.
All right. So sorry, guys. My battery is running out.
Fred's gonna lose his phone.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Yeah, so, gotta work stuff out, pretty much,
like, there's a lot of high maintenance girls out there.
She's a little high maintenance for me sometimes,
know? Yeah. It's almost like...
She's, like, top-notch,
Yeah, she's, like, taking you out to the corner, and it's just, like, just draining you. She's draining you.
Yeah, I mean, stop taking me out on the corner,
Yeah,
like,
on that corner.
Yeah, I mean, can't we just, like, be, like, together? Like,
are you actually physically standing on the corner with her sometimes?
Oh, yeah, I mean, she waits for me on the corner. Yeah, of course.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, well, I don't know what she's doing there. I'm like, hello, my house is over here, please.
Let me ask you a couple questions about Frank. Not your dick. You're the other.
Oh, okay.
Frank.
I was like,
I don't want to know anything about
your dick.
I don't want to know about your.
You don't want to ask about my dick?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't.
Well, okay, fine.
So, I just feel like he's got a feather in his hat. Does he have a feather in his hat?
He's got a feather in his cap, I guess, per se.
Okay. Splitting Adam to you.
Splitting Adam. You double it down. He's sometimes he's a little rude sometimes, you know. And
why is that?
He's always asking about like 10%. I'm like, dude, like, what are you talking about? You know,
probably talking about taxes and stuff. He's probably like an accountant.
Yeah, federal withholding or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, he's trying to ask me accounting questions, and I'm like,
of course, that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, you know, and he's always asking Maria for her 10%, and I'm like, I don't know. It's a very odd relationship.
I think he said you should give 110% to this relationship with Fred. That's where. Yeah, okay. No, he's really looking out for you. I think Frank's a good guy.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, yes, okay, yeah. Instead of you're thinking of percentage signs and not dollar signs, like you're thinking of that way. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, totally makes sense to me. Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. I enjoy her. You know, I'm going to. Next week, you know, escort her to my parents' house, you know, like, she's finally going to meet my rents and stuff, and... and I can't wait for her, you know, I told her to wear her best dress, and, you know... Ruh-roh. What was that?
That was Scooby-Doo.
Ruh-roh. Shut up.
All right, man.
Yeah, so she's meeting the parents, you know, like, and
nice.
She's very excited. I mean, I'm very excited for that, you know, and so they'll know how heterosexual I am, of course, you know, and which would be nice, you know, because
that's the only reason you're taking her there.
No, well, I wanted to meet her, but like also, you know. Like you've questioned me before, but, you know, unfortunately they've met Corey.
Have I?
You know, well, certain people have on the podcast or on the show or audience members. I am, straight. So you know, like everybody knows that and stuff, and people should leave that alone and stuff. But
okay, maybe I'll just. I think this is really working out for you. I really do.
This is the best relationship I've ever had. Like, she's a shoulder to cry on, you know, like, you know, she's a pussy to have sex with, heterosexually, really, of course.
Really strange way of saying that.
Yeah, well, I guess so. Yeah, but she's a little high maintenance sometimes, you know. I don't know how much I can keep this up for, you know. Not with Frankfurter. I meant our relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, some girls like, you know, I don't want to call her a gold digger, but some of them like to be taken care of. They just like it. They just like they like the luxury of being driven around in cars and taking us, you know, various corners and, you know, doing their thing. Do you guys fuck around in the car a little bit?
So shy.
We're bros. We can talk about this. It's cool. No biggie.
We're bros. We love each other, you know. So you know,
again, I don't do that every week.
Yeah.
Make these assumptions and
don't
just go
down though. Well, you know, you know.
Who is saying answer me on Facebook? Who's saying this? I can't read your
We're off on Facebook, bitch.
Oh, it's Rob Hoss. Oh yeah, Fred's phone died, so
yeah. Just focus on Periscope. You're on there already.
I didn't even know you had a fucking Periscope.
Yeah, he was actually talking to me when I did like a random Periscope this week.
Oh. Yeah, sorry, Facebook.
I was talking about Vader. Oh, that was the other thing. R.I.P.
Oh yeah, Vader died.
Vader.
Fuck. I didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, that's... So I didn't know if we were going to talk about that on the show, so... Apparently we didn't, I guess, but...
He's
so
dead.
I wanted to... He's dead. Where is that from again? Do you know him? Yeah, he's dead.
No. Your relative and or friend, Abraham Simpson, is dead.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, but that sucked, though. That was a big... Yeah, that's kind of sucked. I wish he was in the Hall of Fame when he was alive. You know, a lot of people are saying that, too.
He's not in the Hall of Fame?
Nah.
What?
Nah, never. He probably will this...
Next year.
Yeah,
Yep.
Now that he's fucking dead, you know.
They always do that.
You know, God forbid he couldn't have, like, enjoyed that
Why
when he was
wasn't
alive.
he in? Did he have a bad reputation with Vince or something?
No, I don't. Not to my knowledge, I don't think so.
He's a Hall of Famer. They got to throw him in there next year.
He's got such a history in wrestling.
They'll do the post-mortem one. They always do those. There's always one post-mortem one. Have the wife do it, you know?
Yeah.
Or brother or something like that.
Mrs. Big Van Vader.
Little Van Vader.
Mrs. Vader, can you...
Maybe Darth Vader will do it.
Maybe. He was not my son. That was bad. Sorry.
That was terrible.
Just like the Solo movie. Oh.
No, Solo was good. You didn't see it?
No, it was just breaking chops.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of people were saying that it was shit when it was.
No, it was good. Did you see it?
Nah.
Solo movie is awesome. Go see it.
Nah, there's a bunch of stuff
Fucking Last Jedi sucked dick.
Yeah, I kind of like, whatever.
Well,
some of it was kind of.
I'm a little bit hardcore fan, so.
Some of it was kind of stupid, though.
I love Solo. They scrapped
and the cups. I mean, you gotta love the cups too, you know.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, Solo cups are great.
Oh, most definitely. All right, I think we should start wrapping this up.
All right, I'm getting tired here.
Yeah, me too.
So, all right, I guess I'll just sing this singing song then, right?
Yeah, sing that singity song.
Okay, here we go. We love wrestling.
Except for people who are very sensitive about what the crowd wants to do.
I mean, who cares?
Really? People pay money. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
I mean, if they want to yell, like, you know, you're a dirty fucking asshole cunt, then, like, let them do it. I mean, it's a weird chant, you know, that everyone would sing in unison, but still, you know.
You're a dirty asshole cunt. You're a dirty asshole cunt. You're a dirty asshole cunt.
Yeah.
You're a dirty asshole cunt.
Hey! That was terrible. I will see you next week. Bye.